Well, welcome everyone. We are here to do the introduction to the Part-Time Master of Social Work program. We'll do some quick introductions and then dive right into the presentation. I'm Shayna Peterson. I am an Associate Director in the Office of Admissions and Recruitment at the Brown School. I use she, her pronouns. And I am here to represent the admissions team. I also am a student in the part-time program. I was in our first cohort, so I'm about to graduate. I've been here for 3 years. I am also available to answer any kind of questions related to the student experience because I have been in your shoes. And I'll pass it over to Marcia.
Thanks, Shayna. My name is Marcia Ford, and my pronouns are she, her. I am a professor of practice at the Brown School, and I'm also director of the Part-Time MSW program option. I am a proud Brown School alum as well. And I have to put a plug in. We are excited this year to celebrate 100 years of excellence in social work education at the Brown School. So as we look forward to the next 100 years, we continue to be dedicated to equity and committed to impact. So just wanted to put a plug in for our 100-year centennial at the Brown School.
Marcia. So just a few housekeeping notes. Today's session is being recorded. Closed captions are enabled. They can be activated at any time. We ask that folks keep themselves on mute during the presentation. We'll have Q&A at the end. You're welcome. We ask that you please come off mute during Q&A to ask any questions. Also, feel free to utilize chat to submit questions. And then know that we are always available in the admissions office to answer any kind of questions that you have, especially about your more personal situation. You can reach us via email at brownadmissions@woostel.edu. The topic of today's info session is Introduction to the Part-Time Master of Social Work program. So with that, we will dive on in and I will send it back to you, Marcia.
All right. Thanks, Shayna. So our part-time MSW program option may be completed in as little as 3 years, which includes summer sessions. So students go to school year-round, fall, spring, summer. Our curriculum was designed to be different and has been planned to address contemporary social challenges in unique and impactful ways. At the Brown School, we emphasize evidence-based practice, where decisions and interventions are informed by the best available research to support individual client care, as well as larger policy and community interventions. Our curriculum focuses on equity across multiple dimensions to ensure that students are aware of the systemic nature of inequality and they are prepared to create solutions in public policies, community development, and individual care settings. Our curriculum also teaches students to recognize and challenge power imbalances and systemic oppression with social structures and professional practice. We integrate insights from fields like public health, urban planning, education, and law to create well-rounded solutions to social issues and prepare students for transdisciplinary collaborations. And then finally, we've embedded flexibility in our curriculum, which allows students to tailor their learning experiences while they balance work or other life commitments. In the part-time MSW program option, students may choose from 3 concentration areas of study: the mental health concentration, the social impact leadership concentration, or the children, youth, and families concentration. And all of these concentrations are also available to our full-time students. They are the same set of classes and curriculum as you would see with the full-time students. The mental health concentration is our most popular and largest concentration. It prepares students with a clinical focus to address mental health challenges in both individuals and systems. Students who wish to work with youth and families typically choose to pursue studies within the mental health concentration in a specialized track, the child behavior health track. The part-time MSW program was conceptualized to meet the demands of working professionals. We've developed a program that is accessible and maximizes the benefits of both in-person and remote-based learning methods. Our intent is to allow a great deal of flexibility to help you reach your career goals and balance the demands of being a student with families and perhaps work or other life commitments. The program is based on a cohort model. This means that the students with whom you enter the program will be your classmates in most of your classes as you progress through the sequenced curriculum. Classes meet in a variety of settings. In addition to a traditional in-person format, some of our courses are offered remotely. For those classes, the remote classes, you will attend courses online synchronously, live at the same time with your classmates and instructor. You might be asked to complete asynchronous content that's completed independently through recorded lectures, readings, and/or assignments. Additionally, we also take advantage of intensive weekend learning formats, and in those formats, students meet in person over a series of weekends during the semester. The sequencing of classes allows part-time students to take up to 8 credit hours each semester. That's the cap. If you take 9 credits or more, you're considered a full-time student. So our students take up to 8 credit hours each semester, and that's fall, spring, summer. The classes that the part-time students take are the exact same courses that full-time students experience. We don't have a separate set of classes for the part-time students. It's the same courses, the same assignments, often the same instructors. Depending on your concentration and the electives you choose, you will attend classes that are filled with colleagues from your part-time cohort as well as full-time students. So let's shift now to the academic and student support that part-time students receive as a student in the Brown School. A cornerstone of social work education is field education or practicum. Field education is where students integrate classroom knowledge with real-world experience to acquire and demonstrate the skills and competencies that are fundamental to social work practice. Students will complete a total of 960 hours, which is equivalent to 8 credit hours of practicum across the foundation and concentration practicum experiences. So you have a concentration practicum that follows your foundation practicum. So 2 different practicum experiences, at least. The primary focus of the practicum experience is to put those skills that you learn in your courses into practice at your practicum site. At the Brown School, we allow students to select their practicum site from over 400 partner organizations. You may also complete practicum hours at your current place of employment if your work site is an approved practicum agency. We partner with a variety of agencies across the St. Louis region to provide students with experience at both the individual and community levels of practice. From day one at the Brown School, you will also have a team of advisors working to support you. We engage in holistic advising for all MSW students, both part-time and full-time. This means that you will interact with 3 to 4 different advisors during your studies at the Brown School. Your academic advisor will ensure that you are registered for the classes you need and provide information regarding academic support. Your faculty advisor is a faculty member who is an expert in your chosen concentration of study. They help connect your classroom experiences to real-world opportunities and also help advise you regarding your career goals. And then finally, you will be assigned a field faculty advisor who will assist you with your practicum search and your field placement experiences. In addition to your advisors, you have a team of supporters in various offices and teams through the MSW program. All of the programs and offices listed on this slide serve and support MSW students. Some of them are housed within the Brown School, and some of them are university-wide support services. I would like to highlight the support our WashU students receive through our Center for Career Engagement. Staff in the Center for Career Engagement work with students to provide support in their search for jobs, and that includes resume building sessions, career fairs, mock job opportunities. The Center for Career Engagement services are available to students as well as alumni. As an alumni of the school, you will always have access to the services in the Center for Career Engagement. So our Brown School graduates are leaders, they're change makers, they're innovators. You can see graduates from the mental health concentration, the social impact leadership concentration, the children, youth, and family graduates. They are driving social change in a variety of settings and positions. And I will turn it back over to Shayna to talk a little bit more about funding and the application process.
Marcia. Marcia definitely has the heaviest lift of this presentation. The rest of it will be a little bit shorter. Thank you, Marcia, for going through everything there. Okay, so first, funding. This is updated with our newest tuition and fee numbers for this next year, the 2025 to 2026 academic year. So part-time students are a little bit different than full-time students, and that part-time students pay per credit hour. So you might remember from earlier in the presentation, part-time students take between 6 and 8 credits per semester. So that's charged, like I said, per credit at $1,640 per credit. That's the tuition rate for the next academic year. This totals 18 to 24 credits per year. And that includes the fall, spring, and summer semesters for a total annual cost of $29,526 to $39,368. And then again, these are just for the next year. Tuition rates do change a little bit every single year. Typically goes up a few percentage to a few percentages per year. A few options for funding your degrees. So typically Brown School students are going to fund their degrees through a combination of inputs. So institutional funding, which would be Brown School scholarships. These are scholarships that are awarded at the time of admission. You will receive your scholarship information at the same time that you receive your admission decision. All of our scholarships are a combination of both merit and need-based support. Students will also use external grants or scholarships. These are things that you can apply to through your employer, your community organizations, foundations, just anything that's external to WashU. WashU employee tuition assistance is available to full-time WashU employees who have been at the university for at least 1 year. Many students work part-time. Many of our students in the part-time program work full-time and will use, that employment to help fund their degree. Personal savings, of course, family support. We, of course, take military or any kind of employer benefits. So we always encourage students to check with their employer to see if there are any kind of benefits available for continuing education or tuition. And then finally, federal student aid is also available for part-time students to fill any remaining gaps there. Admissions next steps. So just a few dates and details to remember as you're beginning the application process or maybe starting the application process. First of all, our application requirements. These are pretty standard, pretty similar to what you're going to see throughout any MSW application. We require a personal statement. This is just your opportunity to tell us in your own words your story, why you're interested in this program, what you hope to achieve through your degree, why you're interested in the Brown School in particular. We have a whole prompt to help you write this personal statement. So be sure to follow that prompt very closely. We require 2 references. These can be professional or academic references. Many of our part-time students are working professionals, so they've maybe been out of school for a number of years. So in your case, if that's you, like 2 professional references are completely appropriate. We require resume or CV, comprehensive. I know in the working world, the common knowledge for resumes is to make it like short and sweet. That's the opposite of what we would encourage for your application to our program. Make it comprehensive. Put as much in there as you can, including like volunteer work. Even like a lot of people are coming to our program doing like working with their family or maybe having like different kinds of experiences that you might not put on your traditional resume. Make sure that you include anything that's relevant to the social work field or like human services. And then also include all of your professional experiences as well. Transcripts, so we'll require transcripts from your undergraduate institutions. Of course, if you have any graduate experiences or educational experiences past undergrad, include those transcripts as well. We do have a video interview that's part of our application. This is a one-way recorded video, so it's not like live with an admissions person. It's and it's an opportunity for you to for us to like see your face, hear your voice, hear your answers to questions in your own words. The video takes like maybe 15 to 20 minutes to complete. It's a series of 5 questions. 4 are recorded. 1 is a written response. You will have time to practice, do as many practice questions as you want so that you can get a feel for it. But I would say that that's probably the most unique component of our application. Sounds the most scary, but hopefully is actually the most fun to do. We have a scholarship form that we ask you to complete if you're interested in need-based assistance. And then we have a $50 application fee. We do have application fee waivers available for people who qualify. And that could be like if you are part of a service corps or something like that. We do have a number of need-based financial application fee waivers available. So if you're interested in those, just reach out to our office for more details. And then our final application deadline is June 1st, as you can see there. That's included in this next slide with all sorts of upcoming dates and deadlines. Like I said, June 1st is our final application deadline for this fall 2025. We're currently in a rolling admission cycle. So that means that if you submit your application, we will review it in the order that it's received. At this point in the year, we're trying to get decisions out as quickly as possible. Probably about like 6 to 8 weeks is the timeline that we're looking at. But like I said, we try to get those decisions out quickly this time of year since we're closer to the fall. For folks who have already submitted their applications and may be receiving their decisions soon, we have a May 1 deadline for submitting your intent to enroll and your deposit. If you are admitted to the program after April 15th, we ask you to submit that intent to enroll 3 weeks after your admission. And then fast forwarding ahead to August, a couple of dates, I think especially for our part-time students, it's really important to plan and people want to know like what the year is going to look like. So new student orientation, which is required, will begin the week of August 18th. And then the first day of classes for fall 2025 is August 25th. Of course, your first actual day of class will depend on your schedule, but that week is when classes will start for fall 25. We have some upcoming virtual info sessions if you're interested in joining. These are geared towards all students, full-time and part-time. So next week, April 23rd, we have an info session on opportunities outside of the classroom, including jobs, campus organizations, research opportunities. May 21st, we have just a general ask us anything related to anything. We're here for it. In the summer, we have some more info sessions geared more towards student life. So June 18th, what every Brown School student should know. And then July 16th, we'll give you a sneak peek at orientation, the fall semester, and more. And with that, we are near the end. So we are here to help you in the admissions department, whether you're beginning your application, you've submitted it, you just want to check on it, reach out to us for anything. We also are hosting tours on campus on Tuesday and Friday in person. And with that, you can do a class visit if it's available, a tour, and then meet with staff or current students if they're available. So lots of different options for visits. And then, of course, we're always happy to set up a one-on-one meeting virtually as well. And you can do that by reaching out to us at brownadmissions@wustl.edu. And with that, we're finished. I feel like I just threw a lot of information out there. So I'm going to stop sharing. And I'm also going to stop recording. And thank you for those of you who are joining us virtually. And we look forward to hearing from you. Bye-bye.